Hello everyone and welcome back to today's video, or hello and welcome to my channel if you are new here. I'm Katie, and in my channel I provide a lot of cleaning motivation. I even do organizing, decluttering, decorating. I love to share like an occasional shopping haul and whatnot. But today's video is going to be really fun because not only is my house super duper messy, which I'm giving you guys a quick little overview really quickly before I get started, just so you guys know kind of what I'm working with today, but I'm also going to be squeezing in a Q&A throughout today's voiceover. I've had a lot of people asking if I could do a Q&A video, which I can't do because YouTube will not push my video or my channel. So I figured why not go ahead and work it into just like an everyday cleaning video, and I think it would be a lot of fun. So let's go ahead and squeeze in a few questions during today's voiceover. So go ahead and listen in and see if I'm able to answer your question in today's video. So I'm going to go ahead and start right here in the kitchen because as you can see, it's pretty messy right now. This is maybe a day and a half's worth of dishes, but because I didn't unload the dishwasher, I wasn't able to load it throughout the day. So they just kind of piled up in the sink, and I have a very large sink. So this is about a day and a half worth of dishes, even though it looks like a month's worth of dishes. I just got behind and it just got out of hand. So I'm gonna go ahead and start here in the kitchen since I want to make sure that this sink doesn't keep piling up. So I wanted to go ahead and start here, but we're going to be tackling a ton of cleaning in today's video. We're even going to work our way into the backyard as well.
You gotta go, baby, why you gotta go? Like I know you fit me. I just don't want this. I just don't want this moment to.
So let's go ahead and jump into some of the questions. I wanted to make sure that I was able to squeeze in at least a few of these during today's video. I don't want to overload you guys with questions, but I figured why not go ahead and pick a handful, especially those that were asked more than once. I will go ahead and start with those. So one of the ones that I was asked a few times was, how did I get started in YouTube? And this is going to be kind of a two-parter question. So I got into YouTube because I actually own my own business. I own my own jewelry company, and I would work with a lot of influencers and YouTubers, and I made a lot of friends and connections along the way. And they kind of were like, hey, you should look into doing this. We could totally see you having your own channel. And so it took me over a year to finally get the guts to do it, and I decided, okay, I don't really care what people think. I'm just gonna go ahead and pull the trigger and start my channel. And it's been almost 2 years and I have not looked back. I'm so happy. But the kind of second half of that question was, if not YouTube, what would I be doing? So I'd probably still be running my jewelry company, which I am still doing. I just do a collection once every quarter or every season versus being open 24/7. It just seems to fit my lifestyle much better. But if I wasn't working for myself, I'd probably still be in the corporate banking world or still just being a stay-at-home mom. I quit my job from corporate banking to stay home with my boys due to my husband's job. So I decided I still needed something for myself, so I went ahead and started my jewelry line, and then it kind of opened doors here into YouTube. So that's kind of the short answer to that question.
Just because you are shining way more than the other could. And the best part is that you're still so humble about it. 'Cause you know it's important. This time it's all different. You got every little string on me. The way you make me feel is crazy. How did you get so fly? You got me like my, my, my. You got me like my, my, my. You got me like there's no other than you now, babe. Nah, 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 'cause you got me like my, my, my. so fly. You got me like my, my, my. You got me like my, my, my. You got me like there's no other than you now, babe. Nah, 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 'cause you got me like my, my, my. Like oh my God. My, my, my. You got me like my, my, my. You got me like there's no other than you now, babe. Nah, 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 'cause you got me like my, my, my. Like oh my God.
So I really hope that I'm able to provide some of you with lots of motivation after tackling all those dishes. So maybe if you're watching this and you also have a boatload of dishes sitting in your sink, I hope watching these clips right here are helping you able to pop up and go get them done. I know a lot of the times we're not in the mood to get up and clean or do things around the house, especially, when you have kids or you're out of the house and you're working, or whatever's going on in your life can sometimes consume you and you just don't want to come home and then put in the work as well. I totally get it. I think a lot of us are on that same page, but it's the reward after getting up and doing it and being able to relax and kind of hang out in a less stressful space by actually having it clean. So always try and think of the after and not the during. Use, the rewarding clean house as kind of like your motivation to get up and get it done. But I also had to point out this sink. There was some sort of grease and coffee just like caked at the bottom. It was so gross, but I love that I have this scrub brush that I picked up from TJ Maxx, and I just used my Dawn Power Wash and it did the trick. It came right up. The grease did not, I didn't have to scrub or anything. It seriously just lifted right up and I was able to get it all scrubbed down and clean again. And then I just rinsed it really good with really hot water.
Broke the coldness somehow and lit up a flame. Ooh, I was my own enemy, screamed out loud because it felt impossible in my bones, like getting blood out of the stone on my own. But you came around and removed the thorn in my soul. You guided me out of the storm. I found home in your arms of gold.
All right, let's go ahead and pop in another question. I loved this one, so I wanted to make sure that I got this one in here. And it was, what is your dream vacation? And this one was honestly, it had me scratching my head because I feel like I'm two different people. I feel like a part of me wants to do my dream vacation of maybe going to Wyoming or Montana and doing a really large cattle drive. If you guys are new here, I am a horse girl through and through. I have a horse. I grew up with horses. I grew up on over 20 acres. And I've just got that in me. I love the country lifestyle, and I would love to go to a ranch and just spend 5 to 7 days and just do the whole 9, do a cattle drive. I think that would just be a dream. But then the bougie high maintenance part of me wants to go to Bora Bora and just be on one of those huts over that blue crystal clear water and just do full room service and champagne for 14 days. So I don't know. I have a really hard time choosing because both just sound like an absolute dream to me, but I would love to hear from you guys down below because I think this is such a fun question. What is your ideal or dream vacation?
I wanna hear you say that you only want me. That you only want me. Some kind of magic, you came into my life.
So since my husband's arm is making a debut in this scene, I thought it might be a good time to throw in the next question. And I get asked somewhat frequently what my husband does for a living, and I haven't really been able to answer it. I don't think I've ever said this on my channel out loud because we live in such crazy times. It's made me really uncomfortable to bring it up, but I've been doing this for 2 years, I feel like I've built such like a solid community. I feel like I could go ahead and tell you guys kind of what he does for a living. He said just keep it like very like plain, but he is in law enforcement. I can't really elaborate what he does, but he's on a really cool assignment, and I wish I could say more, but I can't. But he is in law enforcement, and I know that doesn't like get into very much detail, but he has a really, really good job with his department. He has a really cool job, and it's a very unique job as well.
Don't need to tell you, you see it in my eyes. I wanna travel, let's drive into the sunrise. Where your heart is where I wanna lie. Just wanna love you like I do on my own. Yeah, this is what it's about when it's just you and I, and the stars in the sky and the heart of the motor. It's so much better off alone. If I could live all my life tonight, we're on the road. I wouldn't die, 'cause there's nothing I want more. I wanna stay by your side, never gonna let you go. Tell me I'm the one you're thinking of. I wanna hear you say that you only want me.
It feels so good to not have those dishes staring at me anymore. That was just weighing on me so hard. That in laundry, I just really, really had to get caught up on. I had just gotten behind, and just like it was stressing me out to no end. I also wanted to point out here at the end of my dining table, you guys will see a lot of paperwork and stuff kind of piled up there. And that's because I actually did some organizing and I cleared out the cabinets in my laundry room. These videos are going a little bit out of order because I am working with a brand on something, so it's going to come at a later date that you will see me do that, hopefully this week. But a lot of this stuff I had to pull out of there, and I'm actually going to be reorganizing all of this stuff into a new piece of furniture that I'm putting in my dining room. If you guys are new, I had a hutch and some decor on a wall that I'm going to show you here in just a few minutes. But I got a new piece of furniture ordered, so all this stuff is kind of just hanging out till I can get it put into its new home. It's bothering me. It's not pretty to look at, but it's going to be the right way to do it instead of just taking it from one place and shoving it into another. So we're just going to let that be at the end of the table until I can get in that new, it's called a sideboard. Again, I'll show you guys in this video what it looks like.
Show me how to love without limits, to have a good time. My glass was always half empty, but now you're in my life. We're far away from the city lights, so small under the night sky. It's just us two, but
I had totally forgotten that I had sheets and blankets in this washing machine. Please tell me I'm not the only one that does this. I had to rerun this washer and wash these sheets and blankets because I forgot that I put them in there 2 days ago, you guys, 2 days ago. And I went to go do my boys' laundry and I saw this sitting in there and my heart sank and I was like, ugh, bummer. Now I got to rewash everything. So that's what I did. So you're gonna see me moving the fresh wash over to the dryer because I did not want to forget again, because it does happen. So I want to move that over, and then I'm going to go ahead and throw in another load because I have about 3 loads of laundry I wanted to accomplish today. So it kind of set me back a little bit, but it's okay. I'm getting it done. So I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit of lavender essential oils on these wool dryer balls, get that moving, and then move on to the next load of laundry.
you're the reason why we're far away from the city lights, so small under
look how much better this looks in here. You guys remember what a disaster and just how super messy it was in the beginning of this video. Now it's all nice and clean and it smells nice. I used the purple Fabuloso in my mop today and that leaves such a nice clean smell. And then I've got my candle burning and just the AC is on and everything is just all nice and cold and clean and it feels so nice in here. I wanted to show you guys how I got the portion of the table all cleaned off, but then again, just stay tuned for some major organization. And I really quickly wanted to show you guys the wall and my husband's pair of boots. This wall really quickly of where I'm going to be putting that new piece of furniture. It actually is a part of the collection that my dining table is from. It's from Living Spaces. It's the Palazzo collection and it's called a sideboard. So that's going to be going on this wall. It's a massive piece of furniture. And then I think I'm going to do a couple of lamps and do some artwork on the wall. I'm really excited to kind of put this wall together. I want it to just be like more clean and modern and not cluttered. The other setup I had, you can go back to my other videos if you guys don't know what I'm talking about. I had a hutch with like decor and stuff, and I'm just going for a more like simple, clean look. And so I'm really excited to do up this wall. So make sure you guys subscribe if you're not already and stick around for that because I don't know, I think it's gonna be really fun to share. Go ahead and squeeze in another question, but first I just pulled up some fluff off the floor. Looks like Ruger has torn open his favorite toy. It's a little ice cream cone and he pulled out some of the stuffing and then the little squeaker in it. I don't know why. I thought it was cute, but at the same time I was kind of sad because it's his favorite toy. But all right, let's move on to the next question. And it is, why a cleaning channel and have you always liked to clean? And to answer that, I'll do have I always liked to clean first, and the answer is yes. Ever since I was a little girl, my room was always clean. I could not stand my room being a mess. And if I would go over to, let's say, like a family member's or like my grandma's or something like that, I was the kid that helped clear the table and do dishes or try and like surprise like my mom with like a clean house if she ever like stepped out to run errands and would come home. I don't know. I've always just been kind of more of like a clean type person. Kids have definitely changed that a lot for me. I've had to learn to kind of let things go. But in my brain, if like I didn't have kids to kind of shift that focus, I would be completely compulsive and things need to be a certain way and whatnot. So I have always been, I guess, a particularly clean person, but that I guess would kind of go into why cleaning, and that's just my personality, I guess. Maybe that's why I enjoy doing these videos for you guys so much, because I'm doing it anyways, and if I can help motivate somebody who's maybe struggling, or maybe it's somebody that also likes to clean, it's very like satisfying, and it's nice to know you're not alone, or you can see other people's homes and how they run their households. I'm not even sure if I'm answering this question correctly, but yes, I've always liked to clean. I tend to be more on the cleaning side, and I love making cleaning content for you guys. Organization, decorating, shopping, lifestyle. I live for it.
You are kinda like a fire, like a fire, like a fire. Unpredictable, so original. You are never backing down, backing down, backing down. That's what I like about you. So dangerous, I get this rush when I'm with you. I go all in to lose or win. Real things up to knock 'em down. It's the
So as you guys can see, we are in the bathroom, and if you're new here, this is my downstairs bathroom. It's right off of like my main family room area. So this is like if guests come over to like hang out, or if we're downstairs, this bathroom gets used a lot. So I try and come in here at least 3 times a week and just wipe everything down. I do have 2 little boys. Rylan is 8. He's actually going to be 9 in just a couple of weeks. And then I have Colton. He is 7. And so I am the only female in the house, you guys. So I am forever cleaning bathrooms and mopping floors, just trying to keep everything sanitary and clean, especially this bathroom right here because it gets used so much. So I'm gonna go ahead in here, and as you guys see, I hit the mirrors and the vanity and the sink. I scrub down the toilet, and then I don't actually clean the shower in here all too often because we don't use it, but it was looking a little dusty, so I wanted to go ahead and wipe it down, and I just used some of my Clean Freak spray with a magic eraser. It does the trick every time. And then I'm gonna come in and do a quick vacuum and a mop. Perfect timing. I was wrapping up another task when I heard the dryer go off, so I'm going to go ahead and pull everything out of here. I am going to finish drying these by hang drying a couple of the blankets because they still felt a little bit just like a tinge wet still, so I'd rather just hang them instead of throwing them back in the dryer, and then that way I can go ahead and keep pushing through my laundry. So I went ahead and moved that other laundry over, and I need to start another load, but first I need to come out here to the backyard because as you guys can see, we do have a pool, so we get a lot of pool towels and swim trunks and stuff that add up. So I wanted to grab all the towels from out here so that way we can be constantly rotating fresh towels to come back here. And then just things get really dusty and dirty being back here. So I really need to wipe down this table and just kind of clear the clutter. I filmed this, I believe it was on a Friday, and so we were going into the weekend. It's 90 to 100 degrees here where we live in Southern California. So we spend a lot of time outside and in the pool, and you guys will see a better look at the yard here in a minute, but we have it like really set up to spend a lot of outdoor living out here. Which brings me to one other question you guys asked, and some of you were asking where I was from. I'm from right here in Southern California. I've never lived anywhere else in my life. I hope to change that maybe when my husband retires and we can leave the area. But I was actually born in Orange, California, and now I live literally just an hour south of that in the Temecula Valley. So I've never lived anywhere else. It's nice because I'm near all my parents and my siblings and everything, but at the same time, I do not want to spend my whole life in one place. We live in a beautiful country, and I would love to be able to experience different things. So I hope that answers that question. My boys are also born and raised here. Nothing different. So hopefully as they get older, maybe they'll move out of state or go to college out of state or something that can help us decide where we land. But we'll be doing some traveling throughout the next few years and figuring out where we really want to be when we retire. The boys are currently still on summer break. We're out for another like 2 or 3 weeks before they go back, but we've been swimming nonstop. We've been in this yard since putting the TV back here and these curtains. It's been awesome because we've been doing like family summer movie nights back here in the evenings. It gets really, really nice. We get this breeze and the heat break, so Sometimes we'll eat dinner out here and put on a movie, or we'll go in the spa. The kids have even been doing like night swimming and stuff. It's been so much fun. But since we are going into the weekend when I'm filming this, I really wanted to come out to the backyard and get this reset. And I also know when I watch people's videos, I love seeing like more of their home, just not the same things over and over. So I thought it might be like a breath of fresh air to bring you guys back here, and we can kind of just straighten things up and wipe things down. I need to hose off this patio and water the plants, and yeah, just get everything all nice and clean. All right, we are almost done with today's video, so let's go ahead and squeeze in another question or two. And I got asked, are you guys still thinking about moving? And the answer is yes, that is absolutely not off the table. We're just trying to really make a very wise, educated decision, because moving was not in the plan. We've been in this house for a little over 3 years, and the plan was to be here for 10, but we're in this like crazy market, the whole country is. And so of course we're sitting here throwing around the idea of moving. We think it would be a great, I don't know, when you're a homeowner, it's not like the worst decision to, this is an investment. So it could be a good financial investment technically to move. But at the same time, I'm like, where do we go? We'll be homeless. I heard just like the market out there is nuts. You're competing with a bunch of people. So it's not off of the table. We are actually looking around at houses. So yes and no, we may or may not move, but I will come on and share if that becomes a possibility. The other question is, do we want any more kids? And the answer is yes, I want like 10 kids, but unfortunately we are done growing our family. We just feel very complete with the 2 boys. I love the idea of a big family and huge Christmases and a ton of grandkids, but I think just me mentally, I'm at my max capacity with just the 2 boys. So we are done having kids. And yeah, I think that's about all the time I have for questions. It was a lot of fun. Thank you so much for watching today, and please do not forget to subscribe. It helps me out a ton and it's free. And if you liked this video, if you could just hit that like button before you go, it helps me out tremendously. I love you guys. Thank you again so much for watching and supporting my channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.